Alright, guys, this is going to be a short one since for some reason my phone is only giving me a certain amount of time. It's fucking weird. Sometimes I'll have an hour, sometimes I'll have less than that. But this is going to be a manifestation video. And what's going to be mainly that's the topic we're going to be talking about today. I kind of got the door open for a little bit of a glare so that it gets a little bit of light because when I close the door totally, then, it's not good. The lighting isn't good. Plus, the battery on my phone is dying. Charger's over there in the wall, so maybe I can reach and plug. I don't know. It's a very long charger. But we're going to talk about manifestation and hitting everything around the triangle. So the base, this side, and the point. Hitting everything on the head or around the head. When you're manifesting something, it's going to be the main topic. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm currently reading, which is some of the same things from one of my last videos. For some reason now this is weird. Now my crystals do this all the time, but I'm missing a book. I went to gather all the books, and I'm missing my Think and Grow Rich book. I'm pretty into that book right now. I'm like on chapter 6 or 7. I'm gonna have to find. It's like my crystals. They just go missing. I don't have an extensive crystal collection that I should have because a lot of the times, except for my rose quartz and my amethyst, but another piece of my green calcite went missing. They just go missing. Like I'm missing a moonstone that just up and just disappeared one day. I have heard of crystals serving their purpose and then they just vanish. But yeah, that's weird. I don't want to spend money on things that are gonna disappear. But oh well. Oh well. Fuck it. But so first you gotta figure out what it is you want to manifest, why you want to manifest it, or create. Manifestation is a lower form of creation. Yes, we are creators, but when you haven't fully accepted or known about your God or goddess ability, and since we both have estrogen and testosterone in us, we both have the element of God and goddess, or, humans created the word God and goddess to put a point on the source energy, which is when we're using the source energy, it is masculine, and when we are just source, just pure potential, that is the goddess or the feminine component of that. Which is why Ariana Grande come out and say, "Oh, God's a woman." What the in the world? Oh, okay, nothing. So that's why that is. So come out and know what you want, what's your desire, what is your desire, and think about it. Think about things before you manifest or create. When you're creating, because you have a higher perspective of things and you've manifested for a while, when you're creating, it's a higher form of that. When you're manifesting, that's like using the law of attraction and just using that to try and, pull in. And the law of attraction is more like the law of invocation. You're invoking a response from the universe. So the law of attraction says, "Oh, like attracts like," but if you in it's based upon the magnetism. The law of attraction is all about magnetism. So if that's what it's based off of, if you fucking get two magnets of the same polarities, they're gonna do what? I don't have to say because you already know what two magnets of the same polarity are gonna do. All right, it's like when you do this, it's like Reiki. You feel that pull, and you feel the ball form, the energy ball form. All right, it's gonna pull away. So I did say it's gonna pull away. So basically, think about it like this: when you have, say, a man and a woman come together, all right, and say, because you can be somebody's manifestation. So that's why you're supposed to work on yourself because you're gonna meet somebody that's on your frequency. So if the more you work on yourself and you're trying to attract a relationship into your realm, the better that you get. Not saying that you could attract like a shitty man or woman and you guys somehow you guys just work on each other and work on yourselves and you become higher. That does happen. Very rarely often does it happen. So it's like you attract a relationship and you're total opposites, but you invoked the response from the universe because, say, you both like the same book or the same author. Say you like the same author. So you meet each other at a place where this author is signing books. You have your book, she has her book. She and he both have their books, they're getting them signed, and it's history from there. But you're two totally different people. You're totally different. So like invokes like because two totally different people had the same interest point at some point. It's all about that one point. They're totally different, but they like the same author, which is how, boom. And then they're able to go from there. So that's what the law of attraction really is. So don't buy into all the woo woo bullshit. That a lot of like Koi Fresk going on in like Ralph Smart. They're saying they're not really giving you this type of information. They're just going based off of what's already being spewed and then building a big brand and channel off, which is great. But they're not really getting to the real point. Shout out to people like Man of Letters that'll dive into something like that. You know what I'm saying? That'll really dive deep and like tear it apart. I do have his book right here with me. But manifesting, make sure that you prepare yourself. So when you prepare yourself for what you're creating or manifesting, then you're ready for it. That says like you already have it. You're acting as if you're already having it because you're preparing it. Like it's already there. Like I prepare myself for work because I know I'm gonna go. So I get up, I shower, all that type of stuff. Like put my work clothes on. You see how that manifests just in the small things? So prepare yourself for it. A lot of the times we do all the other work, but we don't prepare ourselves. And it can still come into reality, but you won't be ready and you won't sustain the situation and you'll be mad because it'll be gone. So on the physical level, prepare yourself, prepare your body, okay, for whatever it is you're trying to attract or magnetize or invoke. Okay. Don't worry about the similarity that you will have that will evoke the response. That'll be the natural thing that'll invoke itself. And there are many possibilities. Okay. So you prepare your body. So say maybe it's cleansing your body, maybe it's just self-love, doing things that say self-love, going to the chiropractor, going to get acupuncture done, massage therapy, doing things you wouldn't normally do, abstaining from certain things, semen retention, this, that, and the other. That's the body, the mind, along with the body, having great thoughts, listening to subliminals, binaural beats, or going and getting Reiki done, tuning fork sessions, and different things like that. That'll put your mind on the greatest vibration, highest vibration possible, so that it can focus on the body and the spiritual. So then you take care of the spiritual. You're feeding your spirit. You're reading, which also feeds your mind. Everything you do will also feed the mind. So if I'm focusing on the body, that feeds the mind as well. That's why the mind is the middle. That's why everything, they say all is mind, because everything starts with the mind. It starts right here. The thought. Pure potential is pure thought. Pure blackness. It's like a black chalkboard with nothing on it. That's the feminine. And then the masculine is taking that chalk and writing on that board, writing the equation, making sense of things. Or like taking clay and molding it. See, the masculine outputs, it does. The feminine just is. So it's doing with what is creation. The masculine and the feminine working together. That's why on the physical plane, men and women really need each other. I talk about that a lot on this channel. We really do need each other, but this society is tearing us apart with all these agendas and different things of that nature. So manifesting on a spiritual level, be reading, doing the spiritual thing is easy to do. obviously. You just, you do the spiritual thing. You read, you meditate, you take care of your spirit, your spiritual nature, which is in tune with taking care of the body as well, and the mind all in one. Everything, they're all connected. And this is just looking at creation. So when you look at creation like a hermeticist or an alchemist, this is what we do. So if I'm just trying to create a certain scenario, I'll just better my mind, body, soul, and spirit, and then I'll be on the highest frequency, and it'll just come to me. So that's just an easy, small, quick, manifestation talk on how to, anything you're manifesting. Remember, think about it. Ask yourself 1,000 questions, or not maybe not 1,000 questions, but why do I want this? Why do I desire this? This, that, what will I do when I get it? Think about it. What will you do when you have that relationship? It feels so good to imagine them being in your life, but what will you do with them? What are you guys gonna do? How are you gonna act? How are you gonna be? And also, be present, focus on being in this present moment. So meditation, that helps. Like doing a guided meditation that focuses on keeping you in the present moment, because I have an overactive mind, so I know I'll feel like I'm not even here sometimes. I'm so in my thoughts. You know what I mean? So you always have to, I'll feel like I'm out of my body, like I just astral projected somewhere, but I'll catch myself and I'll be like, okay, I feel like I'm not here. I'll be just walking around the house like, okay. And it'll reel back. Like right now, I'm in the present moment. I feel that. I used to feel that way when I used to smoke a lot of weed. Like right now, I'm taking a huge break because I've been going through some things with that for the past year and a half, but I think I've solved that problem. You know what I'm saying? And also, when you're detoxing on the physical level, please go to the chiropractor. You could wash out everything in your body, but say you're 26 years old, you still got 26 years worth of toxins that may not be in your stomach anymore, in your liver, but they're in your body, aka your joints. Go to the chiropractor, because when a chiropractor adjusts your body, things that you say you pop your neck, okay, that does help, because those toxins, if you pop your neck regularly, I wouldn't suggest that. But if you do that, then those toxins are coming out. But think about the other places in your body that have not been adjusted or popped or cracked. Those things have 26 years worth of toxins that need to be released. So going to finding a like I said, find a chiropractor that does rehabilitative services. They're not just going to adjust you and send you on your way. Like I gave you in my last video, say you're out in the Florida area, if any Floridians in here, Dr. Brenda Mondragon is amazing. Watch her YouTube channel. Search chiropractic ASMR on YouTube, and you'll probably find her. She's got like 300,000 subs. Or just see what people. It's just funny. It's just funny, and it's relaxing. And that's how I got to like, hey, I think I need to go to a chiropractor. Well, I was thinking of doing that when I was having certain issues happening when I was smoking weed, and I had smoked so much that I started to have certain reactions with it. It's almost like people who aren't allergic to something their whole life, and then they are, which just means you need to clear that shit out your system, and you'll be okay. Because the way to get rid of an allergy is to, detox your system, flush it out. I would say go vegetarian and vegan for a while, and drink a gallon of water per 100 pounds of body fat. Per 100 pounds on you. So if you're 200 pounds, or say you're 250, you two and a half gallons of water every day. Flush yourself, and I suggest distilled water. And if you can't get a hold of distilled water is pretty cheap, about a gallon. It's $1 a gallon. Alkaline water, but I would buy a tabletop distiller. You can get them for as cheap as $50. It takes about, tabletop steam distiller takes about 3 hours to make 1 gallon. Put it in a glass jar, mason jar, fill it up, make another one. You see what I'm saying? And you'll be good. Because, there's a lot of fluoride in the water, and the tap water. Everybody knows, basic people know tap water is fucking terrible. Even here, our tap water, the pH is good. the pH is alkaline, but that's just what the trick is. The trickster, because they're tricksters. The guy I work with, Thoth, you know, got the energy in me. One of my ancestors. This nigga tell me about the tricks. I've been a trickster my whole life since I was a little kid. I was always tricking people. So I see the trick in things. I say, oh, they're good, they're great. I don't fucking hate on them. The trick is these are inorganic mineral compounds, but they're still mineral compounds that will still register in water if in the right consistency as alkaline. But that does not mean healthy alkaline. If you get what I'm saying. So a lot of alkaline water has minerals in it, but it has inorganic minerals that would be good for the earth, but not for the body. Distilled water, however, or reverse osmosis water. So look at water that's purified by reverse osmosis, which is as close as distilled water as you can get. You know, those, or purified water period is water that's pure. It doesn't have anything added to it, even for taste. It's water that will, what it does is, it's like manifesting. It's clean. It's a clean slate, a clean vibration. It comes in and attracts things to it, to this hydrogen H2O molecule. It'll go like this. It goes in the body, and everything slowly is like that. It'll attach to it, and it'll flush out and through. I'm a science nerd. I love science in all forms. Not just the science and alchemy is science of life, period. But before I was into alchemy, I loved science as a kid. So just saying. And that's what that type of water does. Now, what water that has minerals in it does is it has minerals around it, and those minerals go like this and go right into your bone. They put themselves into your bone and eat you from the inside out. Word to the wise. Get you some clean water. So if you can't get a whole water I would suggest getting a water filter for those who can afford getting a filter, at least just for your bathroom. Now, if you can't afford a whole house filter, get a filter for your sinks and for where you use the most water. So like the bathroom and the kitchen sink. The kitchen, you get one. Do your homework. Please do your homework. Get as close to distilled as you can. And look at the things that are in the filters, and then get one of those little shower filters where you take your shower head off, and then you put that shower filter on, and then here's the shower head, the water that would normally run, it'll run into this filter, and then that filter filters water, and it comes down onto you. You'll feel a difference. You'll definitely feel a difference. Once you go back, if you were to go back to shower at, say, somebody else's house that doesn't have one, that water would burn you. Like Left Eye Lopez went to Honduras, and the water out there was just so great. She said she came back to her house, and this before she died, and the water was burning her skin. And it wasn't doing that before. That tells you the difference. You see what I'm saying? So that's just on the water. So some of the books I would recommend reading, like this book right here, it's called Masks of the Illuminati, and it's by Robert Anton Wilson. He was part of their group, one of their groups. And it's very coded. It reads almost like a screenplay / novel. It's him just telling it all. And I can tell because he talks about the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland and all that, and Nessie. But he's coding it and talking it in message. And guess what? I was watching The Chilling Adventures of fucking Sabrina today, and they're talking about that shit. Straight up, the Loch Ness Monster and everything. And I get this book recommendation by Bobby Hemmett. This is a book from the 90s, bro. And it just must be a book that needs to be read right now, because a lot of the secrets and things are things that are happening today. So that's one. Obviously, Man of Letters, 7 Pillars. There he is. There's Keith. Man of Letters, 7 Pillars. If you're a fan of the Kabbalion, you're going to be a fan of this. This is a modern day translation of it. He broke it down into modern terms. My sister got me this book right here called Overcoming Hurts and Anger. I have anger issues. That's Scorpio in me. So I'm going to read that. It's, you know. Also, I've been reading this book right here. As you can see, I've been taking the highlights, taking my notes. Page 83, because my highlighter just dropped out. But it's called Female Ejaculation in the G-Spot. Fellas, pick this up. Even though it's from a feminine perspective, Deborah Sandahl talks about how this book can be for men as well. But this is a book explaining, female ejaculation and the conception that has been fed by elite men to, because it's more than just a sexual spot. It hones in power for them. Men have one as well. It's in the anus. Yeah, that's a whole different topic. I learned that through Bobby Hemmett was talking about it, and then I did my research on it. I said, men have one too? What the fuck? And there is called The Right of the Goddess. Look that up, and you'll see how homosexuality came about. Yeah, that's a whole weird thing. But yeah, she talks about it, and it's great. Always, men need to be, researching the female body, and women need to be researching the male body so we can understand each other, at least on the physical aspect, and then go on a mental aspect, into the left mind, the left side of things, and then a spiritual aspect, and then we would know. We would not be fighting each other. We would be working together. At least a group of us are working together, so that's good, because the mirror dimension is still in effect. So only half of us need to be working together. The other half need to be in distress, but there's more than half of us in distress. So I think it's either half and half or by potent force. So you can have more than half that's in distress, but you have a small group of people that's potent that their force equals, that say there's that 70% that's, over here in distress. Let's say like that. Their force may only in the physical make up 30%, but on the mental and spiritual plane, their force is of 70. It's equal. The Alchemy of Finance, Reading the Mind of the Market by George Soros. I've been honing into his his investing techniques. I've been searching him on YouTube and his lectures and different things like that. Study billionaires. Ashir always says, study the masters and become greater than them. You might not like this guy right here. You might not like Donald Trump. You might not like people like him, but there's a reason why they're billionaires. So if they have material out that this isn't available to the masses, read it. This is available for people who want that type of wealth. All right, we're not here to be poor. Instant influence. And if you're an influencer, a social media influencer, if you have a YouTube page, books like these are amazing. Let me go get my charger. Oh yeah, it does reach. Okay, we good. We only have a few minutes left. Anyway, I told you about my phone. I need to get a new one. But Instant Influence, I've 27 pages, 28 pages in. It's good. So it says the only motivational approach scientifically proven to succeed in less than 7 minutes. A lot of companies and corporations, people that you work for, at corporate level, they have the man who wrote this book. They have people that use these methods that trickle down, and the corporate trickles it down to the other managers, and they use them on you to keep your ass in line and check. But it's helpful to help you get influence and know how to, when you have it, to use it. It makes you think. So that's the video for today, guys. I wanted to show my face today, so you guys, know the man behind the channel. I'm doing what I can do, in this life. I have my purpose back, and I don't have it back. Like, I created a purpose, basically. I created my purpose. If you don't have a purpose or you don't know what it is, create one, because it is what you want it to be. I love y'all. I'm in the living room today, as you can see. I'm not in the room today, not at the altar. But I just wanted to do something different today, I want to try and post a video every day. But I love y'all. Keep it up. Keep doing you. I might come on later, be at the altar tonight. Who knows? But I love y'all. Keep being who you are. And just try to help people. Try to help yourself. And you can help others. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to help everybody, because not everybody will need your help. They might need someone else's help, or they may not want it. You can't help someone also. You can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. Just know that love is the whole of the law for a reason. Unconditional love and love of some sort. It rules everything. Even mobsters were swayed by love interests that said, "Hey, we need to get out to business." You know what I'm saying? Love is the whole of the law. So work on that heart chakra. It rules above and below. That's why it's in the middle. There's 3 chakras above the heart and 3 chakras below the heart. Think about that. Alchemy of life. I'm out. Peace.